Hey everybody, this is Johnny Lang, our boy Gentleman Jim Mills, Fantastic J's.
Right here at,
Where are we?
Johnny's house.
That's right, we're at my house. This is the first time that me and my bestie GJ got together for just the intro. We're making it short and sweet. No mouth-to-mouth kissing or anything.
That doesn't happen anyway.
Okay. So anyway, here we are at my house, and you know what that means? That means me and my bestie GJ are about to unleash our next top 10. Hey, but GJ,
Yeah, John.
I can't believe we're doing this. I'm very excited right now.
It's very exciting. It's been a while.
It's been a while, baby. Hey, glad to see you, by the way.
Always pleasure.
Before we get into all of that,
Yeah.
what do we want to do?
Well, we want to thank our sponsors. And one of those happens to be Jack City, right here in the great state of Dundalk. Johnny?
Jack City. Oh, that's right. Hey, you know what? It's that place that I miss so much. The place that you can get it all. And that's my boy GJ's place, still up there, by the way. Hey, listen. Tough times right now. We all need a couple dollars. If you need it, you know where to see, because he's got it to give, and we thank you for that. Not only that, GJ. Who else?
Our place, Robbie's Bar and Grill down there in Edgeood, Maryland. It's been a while, but we want to say a shout out to Robbie's gang.
We love you.
We love you. We miss you, and we'll be back to seeing you soon.
So much. So much.
So, John, what are we doing this week?
Well, GJ, from what I've been told, oh, God, what a special top 10s we're having this week.
It's a fan 10.
It's a fan 10. Hey, I like it. It's a fan 10. And that means that our fantastic Jays and Maniacs, what are they doing, GJ? Tell me. What are they doing?
They're doing our top 10s.
They're doing our top 10s.
We've asked a number of our fans to give us a video on the top 10s. And what is the subject, John?
Well, it's the top 10 gangster movies of all time. And by the way, we're just getting these people to do it for us because we're lazy as hell.
And because
they're bored as hell.
They're bored, so we gotta give them something to do. Take your mind off of it.
So, and by the way, you know, we questioned whether we could even muster the people to do it, and we're finding out.
And we got them. Thank you. We want to thank you guys.
We're finding out we actually do have people that like us.
Imagine that.
Or you.
Or both.
Okay. So GJ.
Yeah, John.
Really appreciate what you got going on here. So I want us to say the last thing we always say before we get out of here. I want these people to know we appreciate you guys. GJ, I appreciate you. Can I get some of this? And can we get some? A little bit to our fifth.
Hey, so, thank you guys.
I guess we're getting out of here. I'm going to miss you. I guess I won't see you for another 6 months.
Oh, will you stop? It ain't going to be that long.
Okay, so GJ.
Yes.
What do the Fantastic Jays more now than ever love to say? Have a fantastic J kind of day.
And here we go.
Hey, this is number 10. Thank you, GJ and old JL, for letting me on this video. Hope everybody is safe and quarantining during these weird times that we're in right now. This is kind of what we've got going on. Our quarantine project, as it were. So, number 10, The Untouchables, June 2nd, 1987, starring Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, Robert De Niro, and Andy Garcia. It's a gangster movie about gangster people doing gangster shit, mostly having to do with bootleg alcohol and whatnot. So, anyways, thank you again for having me on. Hopefully, everybody is having a good time being able to be with their family and whatnot. You know, hopefully everybody can get out soon. Take it easy.
Hey everybody, we're down here at Robbie's Bar and Grill. I'm Luscious Johnny Lang, and this is
Gentleman Jim Mills.
We're just kidding. This is Adam and
Jennifer.
And we're here to help out with the top 10s. Number 9, Pulp Fiction, released May 21st in 1994 at the Cannes Film Festival, starring John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, Uma Thurman, Ving Rhames, and many others.
Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield are hitmen with a love for philosophical discussions in this hip multi-strand crime movie. The storyline is interwoven with gangster boss Marcellus Wallace and his actress wife, Mia, struggling boxer Butch Coolidge, the fixer, Winston Wolf,
and the nervous pair of armed robbers, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny. $8 million budget with a $214 million at the box office, bringing in. Everybody, protect yourself and wash your hands.
and your ass.
And we're out.
Hey guys, welcome to the Fantastic J's Top 10 Gangster Movie List. My name is Jim Lewis, and thank that Johnny and Jim asked me to do one of these for you. And I love you guys. Hope everybody's doing well in quarantine at the moment. Hopefully not too much longer. But number 8, Carlito's Way, released November 12th, 1993. I was just a little guy back then, 8 years old. Didn't get to watch it then, but I have since watched it several times. Gangster movies are some of my favorite. Carlito's Way definitely deserves to be in the list, so thank you for that. And you guys know the movie, Al Pacino, Sean Penn, John Leguizamo, Penelope Ann Miller, all A-listers, doing great stuff, and what a movie. You know how it goes. After serving several years in the pen, the slammer, if you will, Carlito intends to give up his criminal ways, gets out, quickly sucked back into the New York City underworld, gets back with his dancer girlfriend, you know. Probably not a good idea, dude. Carlito, what are you thinking, bro? Then he gets involved in some criminal dealings of his friend, his lawyer friend at that, you know. They piss off the wrong gangster. The wrong one. They're all the wrong one. Should have known. You were one, probably, you know what I mean? Gangster life. Yeah, you know, if you haven't seen it, check it out. And I think they had a $30 million budget, $64 million in the box office. Not a bad take for the most part. I would say it's pretty good. Guys, thank you so much. Number 8, Carlito's Way. Love you guys.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Derek Stroman, and I want to thank the Fantastic Jays for allowing me to have number 7 on the top 10 list of the best gangster movies of this particular era. So I got The Sting, starring Paul Newman, Robert Redford, and Robert Shaw. I mean, come on, this movie starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford together, and I do believe that's not the only movie they played in together. These two gentlemen play grifters, essentially con artists, and they put this elaborate scheme together to get some payback against another gangster type individual who was responsible for murdering Robert Redford's closest friend in this particular movie. Lots of twists, lots of turns. You'll believe one thing's happening, but realistically something else is taking place. Very difficult to keep up with, and you got to be paying attention. The cinematography, amazing. It was just like you were there. You felt like you were in the movie. You were in the scene, you know? Incredible. This was staged in the 1930s era of Chicago, Illinois. To be specific, it should have been, or it was supposed to be 1936 Chicago. In all actuality, it was released in December of 1973. There's a little gun action. There's, you know, not a tremendous amount of violence. There's a little violence. It's, you know, it gives you that whole gangster mob feel. However, not quite like a bunch of gangs after each other or fighting each other or in conflict with each other. It was a nice twist because the con artists essentially were their own gang and group of guys and gals. I mean, really, really elaborate setup. To keep it short and simple, go check it out for yourselves. It won't be a waste of your time. Hey, thank you, Fantastic Jays, for this opportunity to showcase number 7 on the top 10s list, a movie called The Sting. Anyway, this has been Derek Stroman. I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next amazing Fantastic Jays episode. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Fantastic Jays YouTube channel.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Dynamic DJ. So this is number 6. It's American Gangster. It was released October 19, 2007, the Apollo Theater. It's starring Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe, Cuba Gooding Jr., Josh Brolin. It's about a Harlem drug dealer, Frank Lucas. He gains control of 1970s New York and kind of surpasses the big Apple Mafia families with the reach of his power. So in the meantime, you have the honest cop, Richie Roberts, who dedicates himself to taking down this psychotic drug lord. Lucas does whatever he wants. He smuggles heroin in coffins of American soldiers killed in Vietnam. He's just batshit crazy when it comes to just the rules. He kind of makes them. Pretty sure he like shoots somebody just broad daylight on the street. I believe he owed him money or something. It was something crazy. It's been a little while since I've seen that movie, but he definitely goes in on that movie for sure. It was a $100 million budget and made $266.5 billion at the box office. So it's definitely a hit. Great movie if you haven't seen it. It's a little longer, but it's definitely worth a watch.
Hello, friends. Johnny Lang has asked me for a favor. He wants me to help him with this mob movie top 10. Of course, I agreed. So, with that being said, we're on to number 5, The Departed. This film is a Martin Scorsese instant classic. It stars Matt Damon, Leo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen, Alec Baldwin, and a myriad of other actors and actresses. Too many to name. They're all fantastic. Matt Damon plays Colin Sullivan. Leo DiCaprio plays Billy Costigan. And Jack Nicholson plays the mob boss of Boston, Massachusetts, Frank Costello. In this film, Leo DiCaprio, who plays Billy Costigan, is a lieutenant in the Massachusetts State Police. He's sent in to be a mole in Frank Costello's crew to report back to the State Police Unit, the Special Crimes Unit. On that note, Frank Costello now, who's no dummy, sends in Matt Damon's character, Colin Sullivan, a local guy from South Boston, and sends him in as a mole in the State Police of Massachusetts to report back to him so he never gets caught on doing his illegal and nefarious means. That being said, it's a fantastic film. The budget was $90 million. The box office came in at a staggering $291.5 million. In classic Scorsese style, this film ends in one of the largest, greatest shootouts of all the films he's made. Not only that, the body count is staggering. Can't tell you who died. You gotta watch the movie for that. But let me tell you, you're never gonna see the end coming. As is usually a Scorsese film. That being said, enjoy this film. Thanks for coming into the house.
What's up, y'all? It's Walter Strowski here to participate in Johnny and Jim's top 10s list. This is the gangster movies. I got number 4, which is Casino, released November 27th, 1995. That was, I was 10 when this came out. I didn't see it, or when it shaped my life into murder and violence and a lot more money. And that would have been great, but it did not happen. This movie has an all-star cast of Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Sharon Stone, the great late Don Rickles, rest in peace. The movie, quick synopsis: in early 1970s, Las Vegas local level mobster Sam Ace Rothstein gets picked by his bosses to head a casino. At first, he's successful, but over the course of time, problems arise with people like the loose cannon Nicky, who's Pesci, his ex-hooker hoe wife Ginger, who's Stone, and con artists Lester Diamond, and piles of corrupt bullshit politicians. We all know them. Yeah, this is a fire movie, and you knew it would be because it was directed by Mr. Martin Scorsese, who is a product of plenty of fire products. This budget was at $50 million, hit $116 million, sold. So that's success. And this is number 4. And Joe Pesci was hot fire, man. He was crazy in this movie, and he looked decent. He didn't look like something out of the Lord of the Rings, because I just saw the newest movie he was in, and he looks fucking terrible, which means that money won't save your fucking face. And if you don't like that, you can take this stick and shove it up your sister's ass. Word to Joe Pesci. I'm out.
Hey, everybody. It's old luscious Johnny Lang coming in to do number 3 on our list of top 10 gangster movies of all time. Mine is number 3, which is The Godfather. It was released on March 24th, 1972. All-star cast. And we're talking about Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Diane Keaton, among others, star-studded. Now, a lot of times, if you go to these kind of lists, The Godfather is number 1. Not here. Was it a great movie? Many think it was the greatest, and it was a very good movie. But unfortunately for The Godfather, not going to be number 1. So, what The Godfather is about? Okay, it's about the powerful mob family of Don Vito Corleone. And of course, his son, which we all know, played by Al Pacino, Michael Corleone. He was very reluctant to get involved in the mobster activity. He did. And that was his ultimate upfall, downfall, all the falls possible for him. He got sucked into the violence and the betrayal and the vicious side of the mob life. And that was it. And that was what the movie was about. And it was pretty fantastic. I loved it. It was about a $7 million budget, is what they did. Now, for back then, 1972, we're talking about $287 million box office in 1972. That's pretty damn amazing. A great movie. And, but unfortunately, box office doesn't make it top dog on this list. Great movie. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Appreciate you guys. And what we're doing now is we're going to head to one of my favorite people on this planet, and that's Robbie. And he's coming in with number 2.
Well, hello, everybody. It is good to see everybody, at least virtually again. Thank you, Johnny Lang, for allowing me to talk about one of my favorite movies, The Godfather Part 2. Of course, we can't talk about a Godfather film without no backing music. Like, what is going on here, man? So let me fix that problem real quick. So much better. I feel like we're about to have a mob hit or something. So, this is actually one of my favorite films in the series, The Godfather Part 2. It was released December 20th, 1974, with my boy Al Pacino, Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton, and another great actor, Robert De Niro. Now, for those of you that are not completely familiar with the Godfather series, this is the sequel to the big one that came, the original Godfather with Marlon Brando, which I believe is on our list as well. But this is a compelling tale of going back and forth between Vito, his father, and Michael, who is the main character that's played by Al Pacino. It's going through the trials and tribulations that Michael's having, which is quite a bit, and what Vito went through back in around the early 1900s, 19-teens, 1920s, all that good stuff. Of course, while we're talking about this, they want to put on a good old commercial while we're trying to have a good time here. Thank you, YouTube. Anyway, so $13 million was allocated for this budget. It's a lot of money, and that's a lot of corner working for a working girl like me. But anyway, it grossed $88 million, and pretty much, I still think this is probably, to me, the flagship film. Others will think it'll be the other one, but I'm partial to the second one, sorry. So, especially at the end when they decided to cut that guy at the end. Yes, I had to bring the clack thing out. They gutted him like a fish. Went down into Italy and cut his ass. Cut him up. Don't mess with no Italians. I mean, especially seeing Al Pacino in a suit. Yes, ma'am. Beautiful, just beautiful. Oh, I know you straight men out there saying he had to go there. Yeah, I went there. I gotta listen to y'all talk about y'all heterosexuality. Deal with it. Anyway, of course, this leads into eventually the third one, which is not really my favorite. I mean, yes, Michael's a bit older, and this is kind of setting the stage for what he's going to be trying to do and trying to keep peace and stuff in the third one. But then you've got shiesty characters, bad acting, a dumb shooting scene. But we're not going to dog the Godfather Part 3 for those of you that might like it, because I just thought that it kind of got... Eventually, there's some redeeming qualities within 3, and there's some in 4, too, that continues forward as the series comes to an end. I think as a whole, the series is a great series. But if I have to pick the best one, I will bet my money on The Godfather Part 2. Just for the sheer fact that you're merging two worlds, and you're just kind of seeing the like father, like son situation. You're trying to not do what daddy's doing, but you kind of end up doing what daddy's doing. I mean... if anybody remembers the scene where he was at the restaurant and then he went to the bathroom and there was the revolver sitting up in the thing, and he comes back and they're trying to like talk down to him like he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about and this, that, and the other, and he just stood up and bang! Woo! Right in my face. Bang! Just hit him right up, just capped him right there. In front of good Italian food, I like to eat. But at any rate, I say, if you don't want to watch the whole series, just start with 2. You'll get your fill. You'll get your murder, your madness, your mayhem, your ooh lovey-dovey. And it's just a great film. As you can hear in the background, I've got the soundtrack playing, which is a pretty good soundtrack, and it's very authentic to what was being played, back in that time. I mean, there's a good soundtrack for each one of them, but I could go on and on about this movie and the things that I found interesting in this film, but I want you to get up off your keister, click that button on your YouTube remote, look in The Godfather Part 2, because trust me, it's on YouTube, the whole movie. You might have to deal with a couple commercials here and there from YouTube, because they got to get their coins somehow, but you will enjoy this movie. Again, thank you so much, Johnny Lang, for allowing me to talk about this film. I could talk for like another 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes about this, trust and believe when I tell you. But I will say this. You want a good soundtrack to clean to or have good dinner with? This is your soundtrack. If you want a good singing soundtrack, listen to the first one. Listen to the Godfather Part 1 soundtrack. I'm not going to get any further about that, but I'm just letting you know that the soundtrack does have the great Andy Williams on it, and I think you'll enjoy it. Besides that, I think I'm going to watch this film again right after I fan myself, because I was getting hot talking about all them nice Italian men's. Ooh. Y'all know how I say I like my liquor dark and my men light. Yes, ma'am. But, this is Miss T. If you hadn't figured out who I am, or AKA Robbie, no drag. And I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Please be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Shut up. Rona will be over soon. We'll all get to meet at the bar, have a few drinks, talk about maybe some gangster films, because, You know, I like me a good shoot 'em up. Yes, good action film, good plot line, good storyline like this movie. Let me know what you think. Until we speak again, folks, peace.
Hello, my name is Brenda, and I recently started my own YouTube channel called Cooking on a Budget, where I cook healthy, delicious, and cheap meals for those who are willing to learn. But we are here to talk about movies. Today, in honorable mention, I have the amazing Scarface. Scarface was released December 1st, 1983. About 10 years before I was born. It stars Al Pacino, Stephen Bauer, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Robert Loggia. Never seen it? First off, I'm shocked. But let's go on this roller coaster ride with our main character, Tony Montana. After getting his green card in exchange for assassinating a Colombian government official, Tony stakes a claim on drug trade in Miami. 'Cause why not? Obviously, he has to viciously murder anyone who stands in his way, and eventually becomes the biggest drug lord in the state, controlling nearly all the cocaine that comes through Miami. But increased pressure from the police wars, Colombian drug cartels, and his own drug-fueled paranoia served to fuel the flames of his eventual downfall. Sounds intense, right? That's because it is. This movie had a $37 million budget and went to make $66 million in the box office. Sounds more than an honorable mention. Sounds like a success.
Hey everyone, Gentleman Jim Mills here, doing the top 10s for the Fantastic Jays. And getting down to number 1, Goodfellas, September 19th, 1990. Starring Ray Liotta, whose story was for a man named Henry Hill and his group of mobsters. The cast was phenomenal. Robert De Niro played Jimmy Conaway, an Irishman in the mob. Joe Pesci played Tommy DeVito, who was Italian, and the only one in the group that could be made, become a made man. And Karen Hill, played by Lorraine Bracco, was Henry's wife. And man, what is such a great movie in that. It was ups and downs for mobsters. You can see how their life is, if it's true. So we want to thank everybody. Stay safe. Remember, stop the spread, and cheers.
Okay, and welcome back. Wow, what a wild ride with top 10 gangster movies of all time. Wow. And you know what? We have a lot of people to thank for this. First of all, thank you to our friends, our Jays and Maniacs, or should I say, our family. You can see me crying now because I don't have the mask. Okay, so thank you all very much. We appreciate it. What a great top 10s. Okay, so as we're coming to a close, you know what we want you guys to do. A couple favors for us, please. And that is, you got to either love it or you got to hate it. And we want to know. If you don't like it for whatever reason, we want to know about it. Just let us know. If you like it, we want to know that too, obviously. Okay? Not only that, we want you to subscribe. I can't do the echo. Maybe I can. I don't know. But subscribe. And we really appreciate that too. Make some comments. Maybe, a video you want to see, or maybe you thought this video sucked and you want to tell us that, or it's the greatest. We want to hear it all. So comment, and you already know the rest. And once again, thank you to everybody. Of course, for my boy GJ, our boy GJ, and myself, Luscious Johnny Lang, we would like you guys to have a fantastic J kind of day. We'll see you next time. Hey, back so soon? Oh, that's right, we never left. Couple more things. Some of the folks that were here have YouTube channels. Check them out. Derek Stroman, Jim Lewis, and of course, our lady Brenda with Cooking on a Budget. They'll be down in the description, the links. Not only that, the first person to comment, what's different about this picture? There's one thing that's changed. And when you do, that first person will receive some Fantastic Jays gear. I'll get you what you like. Would you like a t-shirt or would you like a hoodie? It's up to you. You let me know. That's it. Thank you very much. See you guys soon.